So without further ado, I'd like to warmly welcome Anissa, who accepted coming to speak tonight. She's originally from Somalia. She was sent to Nauru at the age that Eileen is now, at the age of 17.
Yep.
So yeah, take it away.
I stand here.
Yeah, you.
Somewhere. I don't know if I face you guys.
That's the camera in there.
What's the camera?
Zoom. If you want to stand where I was, then
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Am I there?
Step forward. It's fine.
Or maybe that.
Oh, maybe where you were. You can continue. Yep.
Hi everyone, my name is Anissa. I came from Somalia when I was 17. I'm trying to remember things because we block everything away so that we can continue life. I was painful to remember everything. I came to Australia when I was 17 years old, hoping for safety and chance to build a future. Instead, I was sent to Nauru. I had a dream of becoming a doctor and helping kids, but that dream died in Nauru. Life in detention, life in detention center have affected me so much. Living 4 years without certainty, freedom, or control of my future affected my mental health and sense of security. It's difficult to describe what it feels like to spend so many years waiting and not knowing what will happen next, feeling that life is on hold. While on Nauru, I became seriously unwell. I lost 15 kgs in 3 months. I was held in with another 3 unaccompanied minors in a small camp, just 3 of us and God, support staff. Take the children used to visit us, and I was told I'm going to Australia for medical treatment and to go to school. I spent 3 months in Brisbane Hospital. After 3 months, I was told that I'm going to a community, but I was sent back to detention center. And then I was transferred from Brisbane Detention Center to Villawood. I spent Villawood in years, and then I was released. I was released to community detention, where I was not allowed to study or work. And then I was 18 and very silly. I used to say no to medical appointments and things like that. And then they sent me back to detention again, second time. That's when I met my beautiful friend and another beautiful friend that will be listening on Zoom, who I can't imagine life with. They've been amazing support for me. So I met great friends who used to come and visit us in detention center, Villawood Detention Center. Yeah. I was released from that time, I was released on 6 months visa again. And until now, that's what I'm receiving every 6 months. Even after being released, uncertainty did not end. Living on a short-time visa makes it difficult to move forward. Many employers do not want to hire someone whose visa might expire in a few months. It's hard to find a stable job and plan for the future. Plan for the future, study or feel secure when life is uncertain. I have now been waiting for permanent residence for the last 13 years. Last 13 years, long time to live without knowing where you belong or what's happening next. I always ask myself, how long will I be living with fear and and fear and like, in a tunnel, like in a limbo, because you don't know what will happen next. Every year, the same thing, same 6 months, like just dragging on, holding on to hope that you can't even see. And yeah, as a human, sometimes it's really hard. I can't explain. I have now, yeah, one of the hardest part has been separated from my mom, who I haven't seen for 14 years. She's the only family that I have left. I've lost my family. I just want to talk a little bit because that's really sensitive for me. I lost my family. They were bumped in a house. So my mom sold the land, and that's the money that she sent me away. She said the money was not enough for both of us to pay, but she said I want my daughter to have better future, so she sent me. So I miss her so much, and every day I just hope one day I can meet her and hug her. Despite everything, I have hoped. I continued and hope. I continued, and I hoped. I work every day. I contributed to the community. I have worked for disability. I worked with the disabled people, and I worked in aged care. I love giving, support to other people because I know what it feels like to be supported. By everything, I believe people like me deserve permanent residency. After so many years of waiting permanent residency, it's not just a visa, it's a stability, the ability to work, to plan for the future, to reunite with family, live normal life with dignity. After 13 years, I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm asking for certainty, chance to belong and feel, safe. That's right.
Thank you very much, Anissa. It takes a lot of courage to share
Yeah,
all of that.
don't like
It's amazing. But thank you very much for coming and for sharing that with us and giving us the courage to continue to campaign for what you deserve. Next up, we have Joy. I know he's spoken at some refugee action rallies before. Like Anissa, he's come here straight from work. Joy was on Manus Island. No, as well. Sorry, I got that wrong. I thought you were Manus Island. I'm sorry. So he'll now share his experience.
Hello everyone, my name is Joy. I'm from Bangladesh. Actually, as I can see in faces, and I know him since Nauru. When I was in Nauru, it was 2016 or 15 probably. Still we know each other. And sister over there, we know each other from Melbourne when I was in detention. Anyway, I came to Australia 2013, 19th of August in Christmas Island. I was in Christmas Island 10 months and 1 day. After that, I was transferred to Nauru, a Pacific island of Nauru, refugee proceedings. I don't know how they sent me on Nauru. The first time when I went Nauru, that was they call RPC1. Okay. Whoever sick or whatever and security guard, whoever, they are living over there in RPC1. She knows, and brother Asghar over there as well, he knows better than me. We used to live together, same camp. I'll go different way later, but I don't want to be longer. The first day when I arrived in Nauru, the temperature was 48 degrees. All right. I just fell down on the rocks. Then couple of guards, they ran away, and the nurse, they took me in hospital. What's happening? I cannot open my eyes because of the temperature. Anyway, after few hours, the immigration, border force, interpreter, whatever, they came us. This is, guys, we have short briefing. You people came from Christmas Island to Nauru. This is processing center of refugees. After a few minutes, then we'll take to camp 2. From RPC 1 to camp 2, it will take like 20 or 25 minutes, right, Asghar, by bus? Then when I came from RPC 1 to camp 2, they gave us a tent. I was with 48 detainees in a tent. The floor was concrete and timber. The whole side was plastic. Shinos and Mr. Asghar were there. It was so hot. The temperature was almost 50. Who was in the camp? I mean, in the tent, they wore only singlet and underwear. That's it. Sorry to say, but it was so hot. After a few hours, the guard says, we're gonna give you few minutes time to call you, inform to your family members. You arrived Nauru from Christmas Island. I went in the queue 7 hours for 10 minutes to inform my family. When my number came, it has been like 4 or 5 minutes. Then one of the local guards, he just pulling my call. Your time is gone, your time is gone. I said, look, still I have 5 or 6 minutes. Please don't bother me. And he just keep me, the local guards. Then I called one of the Aussie security, the Wilson, and he says, stop. What's going on? Then the local guards, he kicked me again. So many people waiting for us. Then I told him, look, I have 10 minutes, right? He gave me 10 minutes. Still I have 4 or 5 minutes. Then he kicked me again. I went there. The nurse came. They took me RPC 1. When I came to the first day, RPC 1, that is called IHMs. Then I went over there couple of nights. Then they brought me again RPC camp 2. Since 2014, I was mentally ill. From physically, from mentally, I'm getting suffering from guards who were torturing us. We were in this camp, 1,700 people. In my tent was 48 people. That was double bed. If someone moving, I have to move it too. The bed was like this. Ask him. Ask her. Same things. So I don't want to be longer my history. It will be long history. Then since Christmas Island, the doctor found it in my body, couple of lymphoma. When I arrived in Nauru, the doctor again examined me. They found it 7 or 8 lymphoma in my body. Between my both kidney getting damaged. They start from 2014. The finally, his name is Mark, the doctor name is Mark of Filipino, Mark and Mick. He says, we'll send it to you Ron Hospital for surgery. Then I told them, well, I want my treatment, but I need Australian doctor who will experience of surgery. I don't want to do in local hospital. I don't trust them. The Dr. Mark said, yes, Joy, there will be definitely Australian doctor, but I couldn't find. There was only islands doctor. His name is Tom. He's from Tonga, probably. The first day, he said, why did he came? The Dr. Tom says. I said, look, sir, as you know why I came here. And he says, could you please open t-shirt? And he told me different way. I'm saying politely. He says, just take out your shirt, lay down on the table. What am I saying? I'm listening him. And he says, okay, you can go camp 2. Then I again asked him, why did he call me, sir? Could you please tell me? And he says, we will call you again. Your doctor will inform you. Then like couple of times he sent me wrong hospital. Finally in 2016, he sent me again couple of times for surgery. The same doctor told me, okay, lay down, take out your shirt, I'm gonna cut your chest. Then I said, look, please, I want to know what you gonna do. Please, I want to know. This is my life. Could you please explain me? And he said, just lay down. I just lay down on the table. He gave me a couple of injections of my part area, okay, on my chest. Then still I can hear what they are saying and what they are doing. Couple of nurses, they came from different rooms, and the doctor is still behind me, Mr. Tom. And he just got my chest suddenly. Still I got mark. I don't want to open my shirt over here now. Still I do have mark, big mark, and he got my shirt on my chest suddenly. The blood going everywhere. Okay? He brought a very sharp blade. The Dr. Tom. The 4 nurses came from different room. 2 nurses hold my both legs, and another 2 nurses hold my both hands. The doctor went from me. He went different room. Then I'm starting crying and shouting. The local people look at me and they also crying at me. What's going on? I cannot speak. Then I told the nurse, could you please call the doctor? And they says, he's not here. He went from here. Then why he cut my chest without permission? It's unfair. He had to tell me before do anything of my life. So this is my life. Before cut, I asked him many times, could you please tell me what you're doing and how long will take and what are you gonna do? And he didn't tell me anything, be honest. Probably 15-10 minutes he came back and he says, go to camp 2. Then I'm speaking to him. I'm begging you, can you explain me again? Why did you cut my chest? Did you take anything from inside? And he said, no, just leave from here. I just hold it like this, my chest, okay? He didn't do anything. He didn't cover and he didn't give me any painkiller or something. Dr. Tom. Then I called one of my friend who used to live same camp. From camp to Ron hospital, it will take by bike, motorbike, 25 or half an hour, right? And he also crying when he saw me. I just hold one hand my chest and one hand bike. When I arrived RPC 1 in front of gate, the Australian guards, local guards, nurse, whatever, they just surprised. Who did? Let us know. And I'm telling them, could you please take me inside? Then a couple of nurses, they took me in hospital, I mean IHMS, RPC 1. Then they dressing me, they cover it, then they give me painkiller. After a few hours, then I'm feeling a little bit better. The next day, the border force and ABF, the Australian guards, local guards or whatever, they call me like this kind of briefing. Joy, tell me what's going on in study. I said, look, this happening since 2014. Couple of doctors, they examined me, they found lipoma in my body and my both kidney getting damaged. They says you have to do surgery and you have to remove your stones immediately, otherwise it will be big problem. Okay, I want treatment, proper treatment, but I don't want to in wrong hospital. The people killing in wrong hospital. Do you know people, how many people died in wrong hospital on Nauru? I think, as you know, and Mr. Eno, James, you know, as you know too. I will tell you later. Then the ABF says and border force says, you are right, you can complain. I'm giving you complaint form. In 2016, I had done complaint form about the doctor, nurse, what they done to me. Then I got feedback 2018 from this incident. The incident was 2016. I got feedback 2018. I'm a human being like you, right? If I die that day in 2016, who gonna respond my life? I'm right. We came here seeking safety, right? We didn't came here for fighting, for gathering or whatever. We came here for peace life. As I'm saying, the freedom is beautiful to human life, right? When I was in Melbourne Immigration Detention Center, do you know how I spent my time? I made banners to protest, peaceful protest. The border force and guard says you can protest with peaceful. I was in immigration detention center in Christmas in Melbourne for 2.5 years. Every day I spend my time, I made arts and banners. Do you know how I made it? Toothpaste and brush with coffee. One day I asked the girls, can I have some marker? The next day they charged my room. Whatever they found it, they took it and put it rubbish bin. What is my wrong? Then I studied to make sign, toothpaste with brush and by coffee. As you can see from the news, Guardian, ABC News, or whatever, I do have photos and how do I spend my time and how I make time for with peaceful protest. I brought to in Melbourne 2020, 2020 in immigration detention center on the medical acquisition. They brought me for medical treatment from Nauru to Melbourne. Since then, I haven't got any medical treatment. Still, I'm suffering my both kidneys and my lymphoma. I'm working 5 days. I'm paying taxing, and we are still in limbo. I have to apply for 6 months visas every 6 months and Medicare as well. Last month, I had a special list for this. My Medicare was expired. I had to pay $680 because my Medicare was expired. It's unfair. What we did? We are like human beings, like you, like normal people. Yes, this is our wrong. We came by boat. But we are human beings, right? But we are still suffering since 2013 till today. My request to Mr. Albanese and Mr. Work, please, our demanded is permanent residence. Please and please do something for us. Is it not big deal for you? And as I know, who came with me, one of my friends, we used to live together. He got PR last month. What's wrong with him and me? What's the difference between these? We came same day, same boat. What's the difference between him and me? How did he get it? And still I have to apply for 6 month visas for Medicare as well. We can same day, same water, same boat. We used to use same pillow in Christmas Island. He was in Christmas Island few weeks. Then they transferred me Nauru. Nauru to Melbourne. Melbourne Immigration Detention Center. Then Mantra Hotel. And as I'm saying, finally they sent us 56 people in Park Hotel Prison Center. Right, sister?
Yes.
She won't be here. She visit me. You know what they done? They put a glass partition. We cannot see each other. I'm giving you all my permission. I have no bad record. Since 2013, as you can see. And thank you very much for inviting me. And thanks for your times. Thank you very much, sir.
Can I share a small board?
Abidi.
Or- Can I share a small board?
Sure.
Small, it's like 3 lines.
Okay, no problem.
You guys was with me.
I just met Hamad, who
Awesome.
was also on Nauru,
Yeah.
originally from Kuwait.
Yes.
So, we do have, Arash Ashkar yet to speak online.
Online.
And take a seat, Hannah. Anissa, do you want to do that now, or should we have Ashka first?
Two lines.
Okay. All right.
Okay. It's not fantastic, but just
I'm sure.
I wake up each day hoping for life has changed, but I still walk the same long tunnel with no end in sight. 15 years of waiting, a girl alone with her dreams, and permanent presidents that never seems to arrive. That's all.
Okay, we'll go online now to Ashkar, who's joining us from the Blue Mountains. You can see a couple of people from Blue Mountains support group on the Zoom as well. So yeah, take it away, Ashkar. Thank you for joining us.
Hello everyone. First of all, I want to apologize. I couldn't meet you guys in person because in last minute I got noticed that the person who supposed to come, he can't. So I'm his replacement. So I apologize for that. And as most of you guys know what happened in Nauru and how was the situation, there is lots of stories, you know. The tents, molded tents, without fan, without aircon, and with mostly cropped Wilson officers. Some of them even they had, you know, a picture with Pauline Hanson. And every time when they were in the island, they were saying that, generator is broken, we don't have water. So we had to spend all day with 3 to 4 bottles of water. That's it. We had to pray to get rain to at least go out of tent and wash ourselves. And lots of other things happened. Like, you know, first year and a half, uh, we didn't have even shade. We had to stay in the line to go to the mess to have
Yeah.
our food, which even you couldn't call it food. If you put it in front of your pets, they're gonna piss on it.
Yes.
And we had to stay in the line under 44, 45 degrees. Anyway, for a while I had pain in my stomach. For a year and a half, I had that pain always when I was going to IHMS. They were giving me some different, you know, pills for stomach ache. And after 4 or 5 days, I was going there and saying that it doesn't work. And they were changing the pill. I was begging them. We have no, you can just send me for ultrasound. And they saying that, nah, you don't know anything. We are doctors. We know everything. And we had a doctor who was from Philippines. Her name was Dr. Cecile. Never, ever. I don't forgive her. Never, ever. I don't forget her. If you were going to her with any sort of pain, she was asking, are you going to gym? If you would say yes, she would say, it's because of gym. If you would say no, said, because you don't go to gym. So it was always like this. So after a year and a half begging to go for ultrasound, finally there was one senior medical officer, CMO, which was Australian, and she sent me for ultrasound. So they found out, she told me, unfortunately, your gallbladder is multi-stone. How long you have this pain? I told her it's over a year and a half. I said, if first day when you came over here for pain, they would send you to do ultrasound, maybe we could, resolve that stone with chemical, medical, with medications or even laser. But now we can't do anything. So you have to go for surgery. They sent me to Ron Hospital, And the doctor said it's easy surgery. We have to just open up your body about 15 centimeter, and then we have to take out your gallbladder, and then we had to, stitch you up. That's it. And I told him, no, there is no way because I live in molded tent. There is dust, plus Northern government, they are cooking the phosphate every day. So as soon as I go back, I got just infection and I gonna die. I would like to live with this pain, but I don't want to do any sort of surgery here. And he said, okay, up to you. For 4 months, I had that pain. They didn't give me any painkillers. And after 4 months, when I got threatened with ABF and immigration and said, if you don't go to, Run Hospital and do the surgery, we don't send you anywhere. And I was stubborn enough to say, no, I'm gonna live with this pain. They accepted to send me to PNG, which has different story. Anyway, with these visas, they gave us 8 years and a half in detention, 6 years Nauru, 2 years in Brisbane, 6 months in Christmas Island in the beginning. Uh, when I got released, I saw one of our officers, circle officers, I mean, in Brisbane, and the way he was looking at me, it was like the feeling I got was like, what are you doing here? You have to be in detention. Here is no place for you, and people like you. And that's why I left Brisbane because I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't, see any officers around me anymore. So I came to Brisbane, to New South Wales, and now since I came, I live in Blue Mountains, and I'm disability support worker. But the problem is, as other people mentioned, that every 6 months we have to apply for our visa. If we are lucky enough, we can get our visa on time, so we don't lose our job. Some people they lost their job just because immigration gave their visa about 3 weeks after the expiration day of their visa. So they lost their job. With myself, now I am just working 18, 20 hours a week, not more, just because wherever I'm going and applying, they're saying that, oh, okay, that's good. You have experience as finance officer, you have experience over 4 or 5 years as disability support worker, but because your visa is just for 6 months, we have to, put someone on you to teach you our protocols, how we work and blah blah blah, which it has cost for us. And the time we want to use you, it's your visa due time. And we don't know, do they want to, renew your visa, extend your visa or not? So unfortunately, we have to reject you. I had interview with over 5 companies, disability provider companies. All of them, they rejected me just because of that. So getting job is one problem. Cost of living, another problem. We can't make any sort of plan for our life because we don't know what they want to do with us. We can't go into the relationship if we find someone. I went for date few times, and as soon as people finding out I am refugee, I was in detention, they were just running away. So we can't enter to any sort of relationship. If we find someone, still we can't do anything. We can't have any sort of plan because we don't know how long they want to keep us in limbo. And top of all of these problems for, extending our visa, extending our Medicare card, you can't get any sort of loan. You can't get any sort of plan for your phone. It's not fair. Plus, I know some of my friends who came to Australia with me. We were, my boatmates. They have their bloody citizenship. From first, their Australian government, they lied to us. They said we will send everyone to offshore. Not, no, it doesn't happen. How my friends, my boatmates, they ship, and we are still in limbo. How long it takes, we don't know. And they are laughing at us. Why? Because we complied with Australian government, and when they were going to send us to offshore, they told us this process is gonna take maximum 6 months. I had my first interview in Nauru after about 11 months of my arrival. I arrived on 24th of January 2014, and my first interview with my lawyer, not even case officer, it was 19th of December 2014. So they lied to us. They didn't send everyone over there. And now my friends, my boatmates, they have their citizenship, and we are still here for a study. Some people they have their permission to study, some people they don't. So it depends on the case officer. And even if we have permission to study, like what I tried after 5 years fighting, on January they gave me permission to study, and government said if you want to go for certificate 3 in community service, it's gonna be free. So I applied, and I found out if you have permanent, if you are a citizen, or if you have humanitarian visa, it's subsidized with government and it's free. Otherwise, you have to pay, the amount, which was about 2,300. We don't have it. And when you don't have that sort of stability in your life, you can't make any sort of plan for your life. It's almost 14 years I haven't seen any of my siblings. My brother-in-law just passed away 5 days ago. I can't go there. I can't be there for my sister, for my nephew, for my niece. Who can understand that? And always they used us as scapegoat. Look at Scott Morrison's and Turnbull interview before the election. They said whoever we send to Nauru or Manus to offshore, they are criminals. They are uneducated people. They want to come to Australia to steal your job, send the money back to their country because they are from poor countries. They want to rape your daughters. They want to rape your sisters, your wives. So they are criminals. And 2 times back to back, that's why Liberal won the election. So where is justice? Easily they can accuse, and who paid the price? We pay the price. And I'm happy to challenge each one of those governments. If they have answer, I want to just ask them one question, not more. If you are not criminal, why CCI gave verdict 2 times against you? So who is criminal? In front of camera, you are polite. You care about human rights, United Nations, Red Cross, blah, 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 all of these. Like a month ago, Australian government gave visa straight away to in Iran's international women football team just because they were in front of the camera. And most of the time we feel we are forgotten. and it doesn't feel good. Believe me, it doesn't feel good when you going anywhere and no one doesn't want to even see you. When you are paying your tax, when your head is down, when you are applied, when you are trying to comply with Australian rules, but even you don't have right to leave. We are just existing. We are not living. Personally, I talk about myself. Personally, I sent to Tony Abbott office, to minister, two PMs. Only response I got from PM minister's office said, "Thank you for being in contact with us. We got your email. We will refer your email to the departments you have to talk." The other departments, they didn't say anything. They didn't respond at all. And one of the PMs just respond and said, "Thank you for reaching out. Unfortunately, I can't do anything. We can't do anything until government change their policy about the offshore." I asked them, "Okay, who sent us in first place to offshore? Government. And now you are telling us just because we were in offshore, we're not gonna get our permanent. Who sent us there? You guys, you sent us over there." But said, "Oh, okay, unfortunately, I can't do anything." So this is 5 years for me at least. Over 5 years and 3 months, and if I want to tell you exactly 2 days, we are living in limbo without any sort of plan we can make for our life. We can't build our life because we can't do anything. I didn't want you guys to make you sad, guys, but it's the reality. In country like Iran, which we know the government are corrupted, at least we know that we have to deal with honest people. Iranian government, they're saying that we don't care about human rights. We don't care about United Nations. This is our country, and we will control our people and our country any way we want. It's none of your business. You know that with what sort of people you have to deal with. But in Australia, they're saying that, we care about human rights. We care about Red Cross, United Nations, this, that. But they are just lying. So our life, surviving mood, and just existing. That's it. Thank you for your time, guys.